Hi, everyone. Welcome to Shelly's Millions Unemployment California EDD Q&A Live. There's only one of you in here, so if you've got a question, let me know, and I will do my best to answer it. Yeah. So how is everyone doing tonight? Were you able to log on to your UI Online homepage and certify for unemployment benefits today? If not, I guess I'm going to go ahead and just share the tip that seems to be working for everyone, or at least working for the majority of people if they weren't able to log on to benefits. And that's to go to your email. Go to whatever email you used when you signed up for unemployment benefits. Go use the search feature and search EDD UI and then hit enter. After you find that, find an old message from the California EDD and use that. That should have like a login link, and that has been what's been most successful for people if they have not been able to log on to certify for benefits. Okay, you guys finally have some questions. I'm of course going to pin my Claimyr link. If you've been pending for more than 2 or 3 weeks, you do need to call, and Claimyr will at least get you through so that you can hold to talk to a rep. Still no guarantee that you're going to get a good rep that's going to fix your claim. But to me, the hard part is dialing. So I do have that $5 discount code pinned in the description down below and as a pinned comment in the chat. Let's see. Let's get into your questions, I guess. Oh, I also wanted to say that if you are still pending after certifying yesterday, that is pretty common right now. So I'd give it up to 72 hours. So probably Wednesday or Thursday morning before I would worry about that and think about calling the EDD. They definitely had a lot of problems. Sean says, Shelly, you should do a stimulus show with updates. We trust you. Here's the thing about that, Sean. People have asked me that, and I know Jenny Silver does it. I feel like a lot of YouTube channels do that. And I also feel like during the height of all of it, when we really needed that money and we really needed to know what was going on with that money, everybody, I don't know that, like my mom would say, I don't need to know about every little fart. That's what my mom would say. I know that's super gross, but like, I just feel like it was so much, oh, this might happen, that might happen. I did have some stimulus videos, but not when, oh, this might happen or that might happen. I did a couple when it was like, this is going to happen. I don't want to get people's hopes up. I feel like that was really a roller coaster for people's emotions on those stimulus bill videos. And I don't want to put you guys through that. I'd rather tell you when we know for sure that something's happening versus speculating on what might happen. That's my feeling right now. Maybe that'll change in time. Also, so much changed. Hi, Heidi. Good to see you. Heidi was not at work today, so she's at home right now. Ghostwriter says, hey. I just don't want to get people's hopes up. I don't want to take them on that roller coaster if it's unnecessary. So many people really needed that information. And if there is another stimulus package, I'm not sure it's going to be all that exciting. I don't think they're going to be able to get another unemployment package passed. I tend to not think more stimulus checks are coming. I just kind of think, and that's what people really wanted to know about, because we need to know about our money and our finances. Speaking of money and finances, I did a collaboration with somebody from the Graham Stephan Mentorship, Grant Navarre. That video is up. I did a community post on it earlier. If you guys search Shelly's Millions and Grant Navarre, that video will probably come up. He's a millionaire. I had a good time talking to him. He's a real nice guy, so you guys should definitely check that video out. Okay. Oh, Siegel, I saw your comment. I saw that you're a new subscriber, so welcome. I tried to find like a little seagull emoji to like comment on your comment, but I didn't find that. So let's see what your issue is. You hope that job searches won't be so complicated. Will we all see a job search page soon, or just yes to 3? I'm going to be honest, I don't know for 100% sure. I think with the EDD, we never know until we actually know, because even the EDD has given us information and then it's turned out not to be correct. So I'm going to kind of wait till the week after July 11th. I believe it's going to be the first week that we're going to need to actually technically answer yes to that question is the week of July 11th through July 17th, which we'll be certifying for on July 18th. So I'll have to wait until July 18th to see what happens when people certify. I don't think it's going to change. Jenny Silver, who I trust, and she does her research, she has a contact at the EDD that did seem to indicate that there would be some changes. But then she also asked them some questions, and they seemed to like tell her like, oh no, that's not happening. And like she had proof that something they said wasn't happening was happening. So I take everything that the EDD says with a grain of salt. With that said, it is my understanding that you just need to answer yes to that question and that it's really not any more involved than that, which Jenny Silver and I have both been recommending from the get-go. Because if you answer no to that question, did you look for work? It can put a stop payment indicator on your account, and that can cause your account to go pending until you have a phone determination interview. Those phone determination interviews are now taking almost 6 weeks to complete. So I've always advocated answering yes to that. I always advocate actually going through looking for a job. And I am going to stand by that, even if you're furloughed and you believe that you're going back to work, even if you're working part-time, just do it. And even if you don't list the places, I don't think it's going to make you do that. So even if you decide not to list the places, I do recommend getting a notebook and keeping track of the work search activities that you completed. But one of the things that counts as a work search activity is telling friends that you're looking for work. So not this week, but starting on the 11th through the 17th, if you guys want to leave a comment on one of my videos saying, hey, Shelly, I'm looking for work. This was my previous industry. As far as I know, that would count. Just putting it out there that you're looking for work. So it should be pretty easy. And it should not actually make you list the 3 places, but you do want to keep a notebook that has that information. You want to put the date that you reached out to a prospective employer or the date that you posted a comment on one of my videos that said, hey guys, this is the industry I'm in. And if you know anybody that's hiring that industry, please respond to this comment. With that said, guys, if you do leave a comment like that on my channel or on Jenny's channel or just in the internet, please be mindful of spammers and scammers that may reach out to you. Don't send anybody your personal details until you know that they're legitimate. So I want everyone to be cautious with that. But I think that would count. So you would say on Saturday, July 17th, left a comment on Shelly's video, letting people know what type of work I did and asking them if they knew anybody that was hiring in that industry. And then go ahead and put the outcome. Just say, I had a few people that said that they would check around for me or no one responded to me. Something like that would count. Vanessa, everyone is really worried that the job search requirements is the end. Is just a yes to number 3. That's the question, did you look for work? Then just keep track on a notebook where you look for work or Office Excel. Yeah, that's all it is. Because guys, you've asked, is the EDD really going to check this? And most likely, no, they're not going to be able to. But they have said that anytime they can request that information. So make sure that you're keeping track of it. If you're not listing it officially online, make sure that you are keeping track of it at minimum in a notebook so that you have that information of the date you contacted, who you contacted, and the outcome of that contact. That's what I'm recommending at minimum. I would prefer if you guys actually applied places or like at least like went to actual websites, scroll down to the bottom. Like JCPenney, I think, is hiring for work for home positions. So date, Saturday, July 17th. Where? jcpenney.com. Outcome of job search. Looked for jobs in my area. They're no longer hiring for work for home positions. Something like that. So date, where, outcome. I would keep that in a notebook at minimum. But I mean, you might as well really see if they have a job you want, right? Maybe they do. Maybe not. Maybe you guys don't want to work at JCPenney, but like wherever you guys want to apply, look and see if they're hiring. Even if you don't have the skills, maybe they are willing to train right now. It doesn't hurt to look for like your dream job, even if you think you're not qualified. As somebody who hires people at my place of employment, granted, I'm a movie theater, so that's like entry-level position, right? There's not like a lot of experience needed. But one of the things that I value the most is somebody that's willing to go out and find the information. So if I ask you something and you don't know the answer, I don't care at all about that. What I care about is if you tell me, "I'm so sorry, I don't know a lot about that movie, but I can find a review for you that talks about it. So let's look for that review. Give me a minute. Let me run to the office. I'll find a review. I'll print out the review for you so you can read it." It's okay not to know information. It's okay to not know how to do something. What really makes a difference to me is when somebody is willing to go a little bit out of their way to go find that information. So there might be other employers that feel like me. You just have to be willing to learn the information. So yeah, that's that. Okay. Oops. Oh my goodness, guys. I lost my place in the chat. So Siegel, you said you're new on these lives. When I lose my place or when I take a drink of water out of my coldest water bottle, where you can save 10% using Cold Millions. This isn't a sponsored video. I'm just actually drinking out of my coldest bottle, and I do always have the discount code. But anyway, when I do one of those two things, either drink water or lose my place in the video, which happens a lot, please take a moment and like the video. Oh my goodness, I'm really thirsty. I'm always like just running home from getting back from work. Like I jump out of the car, get this setup going, hop on the live. So I feel always frazzled coming into these, and I'm not sure I can stay a whole hour tonight. We'll see. I'm planning a video. I did the video collaboration with Grant Navarre, and I'd love it if you guys check that video out. It's really nice. It'll tell you a little bit about me, why I named the channel Shelly's Millions, and then wound up talking about unemployment, that kind of thing. But I'm doing another collaboration. Jenny Silver's already done one, but it's with the CEO of Claimyr. And I'm going to try and get to the bottom of, are they actually clogging up the phone line? So it makes it harder for us to get through. That's like my main goal of that video. And I think Jenny Silver addressed that, but like, I'm going to try and get him to break it down into a way that I understand. So hopefully the video will be valuable and different. And supposedly Claimyr doesn't make it any harder for us to get through. But again, I have to admit, that's hard for me to wrap my head around. So I'm going to try and see if he can explain it so that I can understand it. Vanjie says, new claimants after the 11th will require CalJobs, but what about people who have been on EDD for the last year? I don't see anywhere that says we must sign up for this, only new claims. So if you look at the original paperwork that you probably got with your claim, it actually says something to the effect, I'm paraphrasing, something to the effect of, you need to sign up for CalJobs, but if you don't, we might check. And that's kind of the same language as, we need you to start looking for jobs and we need you to keep track because we might check. So what happens if you don't keep that notebook and you don't list the places you look? Are you going to be okay? Maybe, but the EDD might check. So you're going to want to have that on file in case they check. And I'm going to try and make a video about how to go through signing up for CalJobs. And I think anybody can do that. I don't think you have to be on unemployment to sign up on CalJobs. And you can look for the jobs that they have available as a guest. And looking for jobs counts as a work search activity for those of us who are not officially signed up with CalJobs. But I mean, I figure, why not? Like, what if we put our resume on there and an employer reaches out to us and that employer is like willing to pay 10 times more than our old employer? I say go for it in that case. There's also studies. Now I've worked, you guys, Siegel's new. You guys might not know this about me. I have worked for the same company for, it's going to be 26 years this November. Or is it 27? It's a long time. It's between 25 and 27 years. So there's actually a study, and you guys know I want to be a millionaire. I want to get my finances on point so I don't have to worry when I'm older like my mom does. And I want to try and provide more for her. So one of the studies says that people actually make more if they switch jobs every 2 to 3 years. So even if you have a job that you love, that you've been at for 10 years, what does it hurt to like actually go and look for that new job? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Okay. Rasar, if someone was pending for 12 weeks, way too long. Yep, way too long. My cousin is frustrated, yet he's also not willing to give his social security number or an email to the assemblyman. Frankly, without that info, he can't be helped. Yeah, so you guys, I get wanting to be cautious, especially because there are so many ways that people try and trick the system, try and get your information, try and compromise your information. And I would never want that to happen to anyone. But if you reach out to your assembly member for help, which is something that I recommend you doing if your claim is pending, they're going to ask for some information so that they can help you with your claim and your social. So if you receive an email back from the person that you emailed or the office that you emailed, that should be a trustworthy source. If you're concerned about that, maybe this is a tip. So they're asking him for that information. Hopefully whoever sent the email, because oftentimes it's not your actual assembly member that requests that information. Often it's somebody working in your assembly member's office. So, and you're just not sure that that email is correct, and you're not sure you want to release that information. You could call. I recommend for getting help with your unemployment claims to email them. But if they email you back and they say, hey, yeah, we need your social security number, and you're like, seems kind of sketch to me, that's okay. Google, don't use the number from the email. Google your assembly member again, use the find your rep link in the description of this video, call their office and say, hey, I got an email from this person. Does that person work for your office? So you're looking up that information and you're calling and verifying that the person requesting that information actually works for them. I understand the concern and wanting to protect your information. That is important. But yeah, they are going to need that in order to help you. So you got to try and minimize your risk though. So maybe that'll make your friend feel more comfortable, or your cousin more comfortable. Lord of Dickyms, D-I-K, whatever. We're going to just call you Lord. I hope that's okay. I'm sorry. I hate when I get people's names wrong. What if I just stop filing my claim because of the hassle? Is it okay? Yeah, if you want to, that's fine. I would fight for that money. If they haven't paid you, I would fight for that money. If you're back at work, you don't need the money, your bills are paid, and you don't want to deal with it anymore, sure, stop certifying, stop fighting. Sometimes the time and energy is not worth it. That is up to you. I'm the type of person, I pick a penny up off the floor. Like, I once called Amazon because I wanted $10 back. Like, I personally would follow through with it, but I understand what a frustrating hassle it is. So no judgment if you just want to give up, call it a day, and you have a job and your bills are paid. If you're struggling to make ends meet and they owe you money, again, no judgment, but I would strongly recommend in that case that you follow through and get your money. And I don't like people to leave money on the table either. Like, that's a tricky, if you're too frustrated to deal with it, you're too frustrated to deal with it. But if it's a lot of money, call them and fight for it, especially if you're not able to pay bills or if you're struggling or you're behind, which I feel like is almost everyone, right? Okay. Hi, Toya. You're pending. You just certified through the mail and telecert, just in case something like this wouldn't happen. Toya, I generally recommend if you telecert, then don't send in the one in the mail. If you send in the mail, don't telecert. My boss for the longest time did mail-in certifications. He's finally doing it online now. It didn't really take much longer, maybe about 5 days later. It happened pretty fast, and it shouldn't mess up your claim. The only thing is one of them is going to be a duplicate certification. So when you look at your transaction history, it'll show like the method that you certified. And so like one will say telecert and the other one will say mail. I'm not sure that those are actually the technical terms that it says in that column, but it'll show that you certified for those same weeks twice, and one of them will say duplicate. But I just worry. I don't like anybody to do anything that such a little stuff can trigger the EDD. Like, I don't like to risk it, which is why, even though technically you could keep a notebook listing where you applied to fulfill that work search requirement, I personally would prefer if you actually listed the places on UI Online if you see that option available. Thank you, Ghostwriter. And Jay says you waited until the very late at night and it worked well for you. Okay, that's good. That means you got on and certified, so that is great. Joel says, if none of us actually looked for work, yet always answer yes to that question 3, can the EDD audit us to oblivion? Curious. Of course I will look, though. Yeah, sure, they could audit you. They could call and schedule a phone determination interview. They could ask you to send them the documents that you kept to prove that you searched for work. Now, they've said that they won't do that unless something else comes up on your account that concerns them. But why risk it? That's kind of my thing. And they're not going to be able to audit all of us that are still on unemployment. I think there was like an article that said to like properly get all the claims totally caught up, like it was going to take like 3.5 years or something like that to get through all of the backlog. They're not going to have time on the extensions. You're supposed to look for 3 jobs a week. So I also recommend that, or do 3 work search activities a week. They're not going to, so that's every time you certify, that's 6 job searches if you're on the extension. And no, they're not going to have time to follow up on that. They're not going to do that with everyone, but I don't know who they might audit and who they might not. And I would hate if you guys were one of the ones that got audited and couldn't provide that information. Okay. Leonardo says, is self-employed contractor gig eligible for PUA? They should be. Yes, you should be eligible for PUA if the reduction in your earnings is enough. Like if you're still working, you might make too much to qualify for PUA, but just apply and see. All right. You are welcome. Oscar Fabio says, certified yesterday. And it said pending with check today, and it's paid, but still no money on the debit card. That'll hit by tomorrow morning. So that's normal. You're on the right track tomorrow morning, as long as it says paid. So it didn't say paid till today. So probably it might be on there after 10 p.m. tonight, but most likely after, I always say 10 a.m. the next day because I sleep in late because I normally work really late. So it should be on your EDD debit card probably by 8 a.m. tomorrow, but like for sure by 10. And as for sure as I can be about the EDD, which is not for sure at all. Oh, it's another Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Shelly P. My benefit year ended, and so I fell under the do not need to reapply. My question is, how come EDD doesn't just keep my money moving because they already know that I haven't made any money? They just have to check. So the period that they're looking at to see if you qualify for a new claim is the past 18 months, but it's not exactly like we're at the end of June, so they're not looking at May. You know, there's base periods. So basically every 3 months. So there's kind of like a 3-month lag in that 18-month period that they're looking at. So then, since there's a 3-month lag in the period that they're looking for every 3 months, which is a quarter, every quarter they have to check again to make sure that you haven't done any work in the period that they weren't looking at to make sure that you don't qualify for a new claim. So they know about some months that you haven't had any work to report, but they don't know about the most recent past 3 months. So they have to keep checking. I hope that made sense. Okay. KP says, you certified 7 times and have been consistently every 2 weeks. You're sure there's a flag on your account? Does this mean they will pay me all at once when they fix my account? Usually, yes. Usually you'll just see all those weeks all of a sudden switch to paid. Sometimes you're going to have to call pretty regularly to get those switched to paid. Sometimes for some reason they'll pay like 5 out of the 7 weeks and not like the first 2 weeks. And then you have to kind of fight to get the other 2 weeks paid, but they should pay you all those weeks at once. Hi, Bad Grandpa. Oh, I missed your question yesterday. I'm a terrible person. Did I find out? No, I haven't found that out yet. So Bad Grandpa has a great question. He wants to know if you're already getting the maximum weekly benefit amount of $450, do you also get the extra $100 if you're a mixed earnings income earner? And I don't know the answer to that yet. I need to look into that. I don't want to say one way or the other. I need to look into that. and I'm going to probably have to reread the stimulus bill for that, which is fine. Obviously, I didn't read the whole stimulus bill. It is giant, but I did read it. When I went through the document, I just used find the words, and then I would look for like unemployment, 401k, some other things in the stimulus bill that I was interested in. And then I just kept hitting find next for like words like unemployment. So I have to look over that to see if you like. So technically, what you're asking is, could you potentially get $550 a week because of the MEUC program? I don't know the answer to that. Okay. Brandy says, I certified at 5 a.m. Sunday morning, and it still says pending when it usually says paid right away. Pending still. There were a lot of problems yesterday and even still today logging on to be able to certify for benefits. Lots and lots of reports saying that your money is still pending. So it is fairly common from that certification yesterday and today to still be pending. I would give it till Wednesday or Thursday morning. And if you haven't switched to paid by then, that is when I'd call. Leslie says, fingers crossed. Fabio got his money on his card, so he's thanking me. You're welcome. I'm so glad that you finally got paid. Ellie Barbie says, you put yes, you're looking for work. You always list places you applied on Indeed. If I keep looking for work on Indeed, there shouldn't be a problem after the 11th of pending payments. Correct, unless there's some other sort of issue on your account. So if you're currently pending and it doesn't switch, that's not going to magically clear up on the 11th. If there are, let's put a pin in this. And if there's no other issues on your account, no, you shouldn't have problems on your claim. However, if you're on an extension right now, that means that you're past your benefit year and you did not qualify for a new claim. That's going to mean you're on a grandfather claim. So if you've been on unemployment for more than 1 year and you were not approved for a new claim, so you're on an extension, that means that you're going to be part of the quarterly review. Quarterly review is going to come into play the week ending July 10th that you'll certify for on July 11th. So, and that week, the week ending July 10th that you certify on the 11th, that should not have the new work search requirements in place. So if you get stuck on pending after you certify on July 11th, it could be because you're in a quarterly review. And again, they have to do these reviews because when they look to see if you qualify for a new claim, the base period that they use is kind of missing the most recent 3 months. So then in the quarterly reviews, they look at that to make sure that you haven't done any work since they last looked, basically. Okay, I lost my place again, so I'm going to read. Oh no, I got these. Oh shoot, wait, what happened? I missed Vippy Suze. I'm probably not saying your name right. I apologize. Should I call or wait? Senator said it could be 10 weeks. There's a banner in your account. I think by banner, you mean flag. So if there's a flag on your account, I would try calling, especially if they told you it's been 10 weeks. Now, senators are different than assembly members. But once a senator is helping you, an assembly member can't. Like one government official is all they let try and help you with your claim. It might be worth it to call the EDD just to make sure that you're getting the same story kind of as the assembly member told you. Because sometimes, even if you have a phone determination interview, sometimes if you get the right rep, most likely a tier 2 rep, sometimes they can help you. Sometimes they can ask you a set of questions that allow them to remove the stop payment indicator or the flag that's on your account so that you can start getting paid again without actually doing the phone determination interview. If you truly do need a phone determination interview, yes, unfortunately, those interviews are taking between 6 and 8 weeks. So they're really far behind on those too. Okay. Oops. Did I skip like a bunch of questions? What just happened? Oh no, maybe I'm caught up. There's 128 of you in the chat and only 50 likes on the video. It would mean a lot to me if you liked the video. Okay. Oh, Siegel says quarterly reviews. You can be pending because of this. Is it like pending for several weeks or just a couple days? Basically, the quarterly reviews, there's not a lot of information on the quarterly reviews. Like if you Google it, if you try and search the EDD webpage, not a lot comes up about it. The only reason why I know about it, the only reason why I think Jenny Silver knows about it is because you guys might not know this. I also moderate on a Facebook unemployment message board. So basically, what I saw in my comments, both on my videos and in this Facebook message board, is people saying I was pending and I didn't know why. So I called and they told me I was in a quarterly review. What's in a quarterly review? And so we were able to kind of dig and determine that these quarterly reviews, the last one happened in April. And so 3 months from April is going to be May, June, July. So the next quarterly review is coming in July. Quarterly reviews only, like we just kind of, at least for me, I'm just kind of putting the clues together. Quarterly reviews were only happening to people that were on an extension whose claims were older than a year long. But that's going to be a lot of us in July. So that's kind of how that works. Adelaida says, how do I let Edie know I started working, but only part-time? Hold on, my throat. I need some water. So when you certify for benefits, it's going to ask, did you work or earn any wages? You will check yes to that question. Then it's going to take you to another page, and you're going to need to list how many hours you worked and the wage that you were paid. So, lost my train of thought. You're going to list the hours that you worked and the wage that you made. And then there's going to be a drop-down menu, and it's going to say, you're going to have a choice. You're going to want to choose reduced hours due to COVID-19. So that indicates that you're not working full-time, but it's only because of still lingering effects of the pandemic. Maybe just they don't have enough hours for you because their business hasn't increased because of the pandemic. So report everything. If it's a W-2 job, an employer that's cutting you a check every 2 weeks where you clock in and out, it's not self-employment. It's not like Uber or Postmates or something like that. A job that you're going to, you report the earnings the week that you earned them. Most jobs have to pay you for training as well. So you're going to report any training hours, any work that you completed in the week that you worked, not the week that you were paid. So you just report that to the EDD, answer yes, I earned wages or earnings. You'll tell them how many hours and the rate. And from there, you want to just, in the drop-down menu, there will be a selection that says reduced hours due to COVID-19. And that's what you're going to want to select. Make sure when you're answering that to select due to COVID-19. Okay. Toya is saying a lot of us have used Claimyr a few times. I'm wondering if after a few calls, if we could use the discount code again. $20 per call is a lot. It's EDD's fault, I know. So Toya, I'm not sure if you were on. Right after this at 10:30, I'm going to be doing a Zoom call with Thomas Maxon, who is the CEO of Claimyr. And that's actually something that I want to ask him. I want to ask him if he would consider like a repeat customer discount, basically. So I don't know if you guys know this. I just want to be upfront with you guys. There's a big referral bonus. So you guys save $5 for using my Claimyr discount code, but they give a generous referral code. It's $11. Like as soon as you place the call, it's going to tell you that if you refer your friends, you'll get 11. Your friend will be able to pay $14.99. And if your friend uses your link, they'll give you back $11 for sharing your Claimyr link. So that's pretty generous. So I think during my Zoom call with him that I'm going to record to make a video, I think I'm going to ask him about a discount. Like I personally, I wouldn't mind taking a cut so that you guys could save more money and I think that's what they knew though. I think that's why it's so generous, because they want people to tell other people about Claimyr, and you guys are selling it for each other. Like people are like, oh, I like Claimyr. I've already used it a few times. And I think maybe that's why it's so generous, because they knew people were going to like it. They know that that's way easier than dialing repeatedly to the EDD yourself. And maybe that's how Thomas is making his money, Because otherwise, if the call's only $14.99, he gives me $11. That means he's making $3.99. He's got employees and like web services and whatever service he uses to dial the EDD. He's making only $3.99 a call. So I bet his long game is to get people to call a second time. But I want to see if I can like try and entice him and like encourage him to like give my viewers and maybe Jenny Silver's viewers. I want to have something up on Jenny though. I want to have like an exclusive. Like I love her, but I would love to like zoom in and get the idea before she does. She's often like beats me to the punch. We have a lot of similar ideas, but she gets them out and made faster. Speaking of which, a video that she has not made is the EDD office open, like an actual physical office? I made that video, guys. It's not doing very well. I was like so proud of myself. I was like, I made a video that Jenny Silver didn't, and nobody's watching it. So if you guys would find that video called From Shelly's Millions, is the EDD open? And watch it and like it and comment on it. I would love that. And I love Jenny Silver. I just, we are in similar niches and I want to support her, but I also want to thrive. And I don't always just want to be like you guys to feel like I'm copying her or she's copying me or we're both just giving you the same information. So I do want to try and find innovative ideas. So I would love if I could come up with an innovative program with Thomas from Claimyr to get you guys a discount on that second or third or fourth call. So we'll see. I guess you guys will have the answer after I do that video. Hi, Francis. I gotta let you do my hair. Francis, I feel like I'm balding. You guys, I should not show you this, but I do. I'm getting older and I feel like my hair is getting thin, and this is what my hair looks like when I do not straighten it. Weird. Kind of just looks like a bird nest. All right, sorry. I said that because Francis has offered to do my hair and I'm just trying to find the time for her to do that. My hair is a whole situation. Okay, how do I let the EDD? Oh, yeah. Oh, David got through to the EDD. That is awesome, David. I am so happy for you. Anthony says, I was wondering if I still have a remaining balance after September 6th, do I lose the remaining balance? Yes, at least on the current programs. Now, it's possible if California's unemployment rate is still above 6%. If you were on a regular unemployment claim, there might still be a program called FedEd available, but we don't know yet. We have 2 more months of unemployment data before these current programs end. So we don't know what our unemployment rate is going to be. I am starting to keep a close eye on that because I know that a lot of people want to know that. But yeah, even if you qualified for FedEd, you wouldn't get the balance of what's left from these other extensions. PEUC, both extension tier 2, extension tier 2 augmentation, PUA, those programs all go away. All the PEUC extensions and all PUA benefits and the extra $300 a week all actually end the week ending September 4th. I know the documents say September 6th, but that's to cover other states. They do their weeks differently. The last week we're going to get that is September 4th. It's not looking like anything else is going to pass. So I do expect those programs to end. The only program, there's a couple of ways that you might get benefits after September 4th. The first is if California's unemployment rate is above 6% and you meet the earnings qualifications to get FedEd. That would be way number 1. Way number 2 is if you qualify for a whole new claim, either recently or September 4th, which is going to require that you have some work history. If you qualify for a whole new claim, great, you get 26 new weeks of unemployment benefits. And the third way that you might get benefits past September 4th is if you are somebody that got one of those notices that you did qualify for a new claim, but your weekly benefit amount was more than $25 less than your current weekly benefit amount, so they kept you on the extension, then after September 4th, you would start your whole new 26 weeks, but at the lower weekly benefit amount. Yeah. So yes, if like someone on PUA is going to lose their entire balance and not have any other unemployment benefits available to them after September 4th. No more $300 boost, no more even the minimum weekly benefit amount. Okay. Seal says, oh, we did the quarterly reviews question. So Also, I'm not sure that I quite answered the second part of that. It's going to stay pending until you call. You're not going to know why you're pending. It's just going to be like, oh, why am I pending? I verified my ID. I'm answering the certification questions right. I've never been pending before. My claim's been going fine this whole time. And then boom, you're going to get stuck on pending. And it's most likely going to be because you're in a quarterly review. EDD is not going to message you. So it'll only be a couple days if you notice that you're stuck on pending for more than 72 hours and there's no other issues on your claim. If you don't notice and pursue it and call the EDD for more than 2 weeks, then it's or longer, then it's going to take even longer to get it cleared up. So after July 10th, start keeping an eye on your claims to make sure that they're not pending for more than 72 hours. Hi, Kay. Ooh, Kay. Kay's a member on my channel, and I don't know why. Last year when I was like, ooh, kind of newer to YouTube, I was like, I need to have member badges. I want bats, like little bats are my favorite animal. Kay has the third bat. The little bat, he gets older and meaner as he gets older. So Kay has the gray bat. So his little bat. Thank you, Kay, for being a member on my channel for quite a while, is what I'm trying to say. And I can tell that you've been a member for a long time because the bat's getting older. He's gray now. You're a union worker. Oh, in the movie industry. On my unemployment claim, all it says is we have to stay available for work from our union. That is great. So I would still put that in a notebook. That's just me because I get nervous. And Kay, I'm going to admit, I'm not that familiar with union work. Can you just leave if you want to? Can you leave the union and get a new job? Like maybe you want to go in a different direction. Maybe you want to, I don't know what kind of union work. Maybe you do lighting or sound for films. Maybe you want to there's like a website called Fiverr. And on Fiverr, you can offer whatever services you're good at. So maybe, Kay, maybe you're watching my videos and you're like, God, Shelly, your sound really sucks and your lighting really sucks. I know I could help you with that. If that is a skill that you possess, you could offer those services on Fiverr. Maybe you're an editor and you do color correction after videos. Maybe you would offer those services on Fiverr. Or maybe you want to switch directions. I don't know. Even if it's just the union and you love your job and you want to go back as soon as they offer it to you, I would still fill out a notebook. I would say on July 17th, Saturday, I reached out to my union and asked them if they had any idea when I might return to work. I would still do something. Networking events count. Those count for both PUA claims and regular unemployment claims and all of the extensions to fulfill work search requirements. So if when you're in a union, you could just switch jobs, maybe you want to attend, like in movie productions have like lots of networking events. The entertainment industry has a lot of networking events. So attend one of those, like go to like a networking event where it's like a whiskey tasting and you like rub elbows with other people in your industry and you see if they're hiring. So yeah, attend a networking event, reach out to the union, reach out. Maybe you know people that you used to work with that like left your union and they have new jobs. Literally one of the things that says counts is reach out to friends. So even if you haven't spoke to them in a while, maybe check like LinkedIn and see if they're on LinkedIn, people that you used to work with and have left, and say, hey, John Smith, where are you working now? Is it a good company? Do you like it? And are they hiring? That would count as a work search, guys. It's not too complicated, even if you're not officially filling it out online, to like get that on a notebook. Saturday, July 17th, reached out to an old pal on LinkedIn, John Smith, asked if the company he works at is hiring. And maybe they are hiring and maybe they'll pay more and you'll love them more. Or like maybe you work on a show and the show is not good, but maybe John Smith works on a show and it's awesome. Or maybe John Smith works like for music artist and he works for like Billie Eilish and like you can do the lighting for Billie. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's starting to be towards the end and I am going to need to go in about 15 minutes, but yeah. Okay, Brandy. You're so welcome, Brandy. Oh, you wanted a super chat. No, don't even worry about Brandy. What is your question? I seriously hope your funds come through too. Don't worry about super chatting me. I really like doing all of this. I like answering your questions. And actually, I like going live more than I like making videos. I like feeling a connection with you guys. I see Toya in here almost every time. I see Francis. I see Bad Grandpa. Maybe I watched the show. Do you guys, I don't know, is this going to date me? There used to be a show called Romper Room, and they would get like a magnifying glass and they'd be like, I see Shelly and I see Toya. And like, even though there's probably like a million Shellys in the world, like you'd be like, oh my God, they said my name. Um, I don't know. I like feeling connected with you guys. I want to know what your dream jobs are and like what your goals are after this. So yeah, I'm invested in all of you and I believe in all of you and I want you to find your best job, not just some job that you hate that you got to go back to. Okay. Oh my goodness. Did I lose my place again? I kind of did. Justine at 921. I did lose my place. I knew that. Okay, Justine, I'm scrolling up 921 and I'm behind. What? How did I miss it? This is my, I'm searching face. I probably searched it because I'm like too busy making faces. Oh, Stephanie. Yeah, I missed this whole section. Sorry, I'm doing hers because she, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm doing Justine's and then I'm probably going to skip down to more current comments because I want to try and get people that are watching still. But yeah, I unintentionally missed a whole section of you guys and just know that was not on purpose and I'm really sorry about it. Okay. So Justine says, I have no button to certify for weeks anymore. I am waiting for my new claim to start. I will call. Have others had this problem or did it fix itself? Justine, a lot of people have had that problem. So you're definitely not alone in it. But yes, calling is the way to get that fixed. Unfortunately, I don't ever really think anything with the EDD fixes itself. Occasionally it does, but more often than not, it requires a call. So I do recommend calling to get that certify button added back on. But no, that's pretty common, unfortunately. Anthony says I was one. Oh, no, we did Anthony's. All right, I'm going to just scroll like all the way down to the bottom. Oh, Jenny Silver's in here. Oh. Jenny, you found it. You have no button to certify for. Oh, yeah. Hi, Jenny. So good to see you. You guys, I'm going to hype Jenny Silver up for a minute. Okay, so first of all, Jenny Silver, if you are still in here, I always reference it. You should always just pop into my videos and link your video called 25 numbers to get a hold of the EDD. We always need that one. I always reference it. I do not have a video that covers that. So if you want to drop that link, I'm totally okay with that. Also, everybody's frustrated with the EDD and always wants to like do a class action lawsuit. Jenny Silver has done a video with a lawyer that explains, unfortunately, why that's not possible. Jenny, sometimes my viewers need your videos too. And that's what I love about both of our channels is that they can find something useful, hopefully, from both of us. Hopefully it's not always just the same information. But Jenny Silver is also super, super awesome because I did do that collaboration with another YouTuber. His name is Grant Navarre. And it's kind of about my financial goals because that is ultimately where the direction I'd like to take this channel. And Jenny Silver not only she hypes up my videos a lot. Like she pops into the chat. She likes the videos. She comments for the algorithm, but she also did that. This video is posted on Grant Navarre's channel, not my channel. And she left like 4 awesome comments on there really early. I think it was in the first hour, which is when it super matters on YouTube. And so just thank you for that. I should have known you would have done that. But it was really great to see that. So thank you. Jenny Silver's awesome. And I'm in love with her mint green dress. And Anthony you are welcome. Thank you for the donation. Jenny Silver and I are trying to do a live stream again together. My schedule is nuts. When am I free? I don't know. I usually have Thursdays and Sundays off, but I know that this week is 4th of July, and guess what? My lovely coworkers want it off, and so I'll be working the night of 4th of July. But it's okay because you guys may not know this, but I live a little bit in the ghetto, so like the fireworks in my neighborhood are way better than even the ones at like Dodger Stadium or the Staples Center or Long Beach or wherever. It's a whole fireworks show in my neighborhood, and I kind of like being at work when that's going on because the fireworks are loud and I'm always scared that my house is going to catch on fire. So I know I work Sunday, but I don't I don't know what other days I work this week. I also told Jenny on a comment, I make the schedule. I don't know when I'm working until I look the night before. And this week, I 100% got dressed, went to work, and was not working. So I don't know. I don't know, Jenny. It's not Sunday. Sunday is not my day off. I'll tell you that much. Beyond that, I don't know. I think I might have Tuesday, July 6th off. That's next week, though, because that's my birthday. And I don't have plans, so we can Zoom on my birthday. Ooh, it's Andrew's birthday, too. Where's Andrew? Cancer's in the house. All right. Okay, I'm going to read a couple more questions. Jenny, guess what? I'm finally going to make a video with Thomas, supposedly, if I can figure out how to make Zoom work. Jenny Silver also knows that I'm not that great with tech. She normally has to get all the stuff going for the collaborations that we've done. Anyway, so if I can make it work, me and Thomas are going to make a video. Yeah. Okay. So Jillian says, there are so many YouTubers that make EDD videos, but they don't have any success. I really feel that only Jenny and Shelly should get all the views. Thank you so much for saying that, Jillian. And if there's a kind of saying among YouTubers that I've heard, and that is really like, there's enough space for everyone. But I will say this, Jenny Silver and I have been, first of all, we've definitely been unemployed ourselves. And we have been doing it from the get-go. Now, Jenny Silver's camera and filming and lighting ability was much better than mine from the get-go. She's a wedding photographer, so she has a little bit background in that. My videos were pretty bad at the beginning, but she had a desire to help her friends, some people that she employed as a wedding photographer, to get that information. And I had a desire to get unemployment information out to my employees that had been furloughed. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think some people saw the success and the popularity of our channels. And I don't even like to call them success. The fact that our channels are successful on unemployment is kind of sad. I never thought I'd still be making California EDD unemployment videos more than a year after all of this started. I would have thought that the EDD would have gotten their act together. So the fact that these videos are successful this far into things is kind of sad, but there's also still a need. I have not brought all my employees back that used to work for me. So they still need these videos. And as long as they still need it until I brought every one of them back or find out that every one of them don't want to come back, I am going to continue making these videos. Sometimes Jenny's content and mine are going to overlap. But yes, we have been in it from the get-go, and our intentions, regardless of the growth of our channels or whatever, I think are really good. And I can't say that for anybody else. I know that there's a couple guys doing it, and not one of them, I don't think, has commented on one of my videos or asked me if I wanted to collaborate or just thanked me. Like, I don't mind referring you guys to Jenny Silver. Like, her heart's in the right place, and she is working hard and hustling. And maybe that's true with the guys too, but I don't know that. I guess I haven't reached out to them either, though, in all fairness. That's because I've gotten really busy. I do think there's space for everyone, though, which is great. Okay. Oh, Jenny, my birthday is Tuesday, July 6th. I'm a million. I'm turning 1,000,000 years old. Shelly is millions. This is going to be 1,000,000. Okay, obviously not really, but I'm kind of old. Okay. Skada has a question. Where is it? That we've gotten him and so many other people through the toughest time dealing with the EDD. Thank you so much. And Al Friesen. I'm not going to say this. Oh, is that a little snake? I don't love snakes. Jenny Silver has lizards. I'm scared of snakes. I like lizards, though, because they have feet. Or is it a gecko or iguana? I don't know. It's a thing that lives in a tank. That's like the extent that I know. And I think it has like the webbed feet. Okay, Tommy says the COVID shutdowns blew up the economy. People are moving out of state and the governor is being recalled. That is true. Jenny has all the lizards. Do you have a skink? My friend, is it a blue-tongued skink? That's what my friend has. So I actually know what that is. I don't love him either because if you look at his head, he looks like a snake, but then you can tell he's got arms. And he also has something called an eyelash gecko, and those are actually pretty cute. Okay. Okay, Jenny, I'm going to end this pretty soon because always at the end of my lives, like I wind up talking about blue-tongued skinks or like how you can get 10% off your coldest water bottle with code millions, which is a cool code, by the way. Sean, let's do a couple more questions and then I'm going to take off because I got to figure out how to work Zoom by 10:30. Wish me luck on that. Okay. Sean says, I had my phone interview on Friday. All my payments were supposed to get pushed and pending to pay in the 48 hours. Nothing has happened yet. I'm very confused. The EDD is a mess. It is. How long have you been pending? Anytime, and Jenny, I'm curious if you feel this way too. Anytime the EDD gives somebody a specific date on the phone, it makes me like bite my nails and be like, is this true? Sometimes things probably clear up on their own. I kind of think it's like just circumstantial. I don't think it's necessarily anything that the EDD rep did. I had messaged Jenny, an EDD rep told my boss that, said, oh, your claim is going to clear up in 7 to 10 business days, and I'll call you back to check on you. And I was like, they just totally lied to my boss. And like me and Jenny knew that my boss was not going to get a phone call, but my boss was real hopeful he was. I would call them again, Sean. I know it's rough. Try Tuesday through Saturday, 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. or right when they open. After the long intro message, quickly hit 134. It still works sometimes. I would call again. A lot of people are able to stay on the phone with the rep and actually see it like switch to paid right away with the rep still on the phone. That's what I like to see. That's what I trust when it switches right there before the rep has hung up with you. But unfortunately, I would recommend calling again. Alfrazen says, I love snakes. I really don't. Another fun fact, I was born in the year of the snake on the Chinese zodiac, and I don't like snakes. And I'm wondering if that's some sort of like self-reflection that it's like, oh, I don't know. I'm probably looking too deep into it. Skata says, you do have a question. You lost your EDD somewhere in your home. You can't find it, but if I call to replace it, will I deal with pending payments with everything happening? Do you mean your EDD debit card? Because here is what I would recommend on that. But you got to be sure that it is somewhere in your house, like in your washing machine, or it fell behind the couch, or it's swept under the rug, or sometimes, guys, I have pockets in my pants. So if I sit down in my car, sometimes it'll fall between like the gap underneath the car seat and the car door. If you are sure that you still have that card in your possession and you're just missing it temporarily, here's what you do, which I want everyone to do anyway. And that's going to be to log on to the Bank of America EDD debit card website and set up automatic transfers into a traditional bank account. And so then just have your money automatically transferred into your traditional bank account, whoever you banked with before all of this started. Or if you don't have that, set up a traditional bank account. And then I used to think that you had to know exactly how much money you were going to have in order to transfer it. And some weeks I wasn't sure if I was going to have taxes withheld or not. I wasn't sure that, the weekly boost has changed. It used to be 600 and there was nothing, and now it's 300. So I was like, well, how do I know if I don't know if I'm going to take taxes or not. So I didn't know the exact amount. I thought I couldn't transfer the money from my card, but you just choose from the Bank of America EDD website, transfer entire amount. So you don't even have to know exactly how much money you're getting. You're just going to choose to transfer that entire amount. Jenny is reminding everybody to like the video. Thank you so much for reminding everybody that. I would appreciate it if you did that. Richard says, that was 5 weeks ago. No certification possible. Do I need to call? Anything longer than really 2 or 3 weeks, I do recommend calling. Sean is 10 weeks now. You got a job. You don't start till July 7th, day after my birthday. Happy new job day to you, Sean. I'm going to be 1 month behind on rent. I just don't know what to do right now. I'm looking for a second job, but it's been hard. Sean, so a good option for you might be reaching out to your assembly member and seeing if they can help you get paid. So I've got the link in the video description. You're going to find your rep, email them, say, hey, I've been pending for 10 weeks. Is there anything that you can help me to do get paid faster? I am experiencing a financial hardship. Make sure to say financial hardship. I prefer to email your assembly member. That way you have a written trail of what you said to them and when you said it and what their response was. In regards to being a month behind on rent, there's different forms for different cities. So Google eviction ban and then your city. Let's say it's Pasadena, or rental assistance in your city. Let's say your city and county is Los Angeles. So you're going to put Los Angeles. Google those two things, find the right form for your city and fill it out and give it to your landlord. Let them know in writing that the reason why you're not able to pay that rent is because you're having trouble with the EDD due to the pandemic, and then give that form to them in writing. Make sure to be communicating with your landlord. They should need to work with you by law, actually. Okay. Julia says, I'm trying not to spam. Oh, okay. Julia, I don't know if I saw it. So here we go. I'm going to do Julia's and then I'm going to do Shay's tube. And then I got to go. Okay. So Julia says, I'm trying not to spam, but you can't tell if it's being sent or not. Your claim balance has 1 week left. When it runs out, will it be reloaded? My benefit year is until 12/25/21. Yes, it should be automatically reloaded after your claim balance hits 0. After your claim balance hits 0, then you might get the maximum benefits paid message. You might not. Your claim balance is going to stay at 0 all the way until you certify again. 5 to 7 business days after that claim balance hits 0, either on your UI online messages or by text message, you should get notification from the EDD that says, we have automatically filed the 29-week PEUC extension on your behalf. The 29-week extension is not going to last 29 weeks. It's going to end the week ending September 4th. But then they should automatically apply that to your claim. You should see a date when you can certify, but you're not going to see your claim balance go up until 2 weeks from when your claim balance hits 0. So, and if for some reason it doesn't, or you don't have a button to certify, then you would need to call the EDD. Should be automatic, and it should take you through the week ending September 4th. All right, doing Shay's tube question, and then I gotta head out. Off topic. Oh, well, maybe I'll do yours then, and then I'll go right back to one that is on topic. You went to an ATM to withdraw your unemployment money and found out someone stole thousands of dollars from your account today. You just got this new card too. So beware. People at Bank of America EDD said because cards don't have a chip, it's easy to get hacked and money stolen. I've heard that as well. That's why saying the same thing regarding money being withdrawn from the accounts. Yes. So please, please, please set up an automatic transfer to a regular bank account. And Shay, if you haven't already done this, you might want to call the EDD and request physical checks. That might be better for you for right now. Okay. Francis says good night. Makeup Addict says, do we have to apply for Cal jobs if we're on UI? It's kind of worded that you're supposed to, but that the EDD may check. So I would recommend filling out the Cal jobs information, like uploading a resume or looking for there on jobs. It always says that if you don't, that the EDD, that you may have trouble getting benefits from the EDD. So why put yourself at risk in potentially having a problem? Just go ahead and register for Cal jobs. That's going to be my advice. And let's see. And Shay, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I see that, you guys. I'm a moderator on a Facebook message board, and that's what I see time and time again is people say, I never thought that would happen to me, and now it happened. please set up those automatic transfers off of the EDD debit card and into your traditional bank account. If you don't have a traditional bank account, I do recommend setting one up. And I know that not everybody is doing this because at the movie theater, people pay for their tickets sometimes with their EDD. And then I'm like a creeper with a mask. I'm like, whoa, that's not safe, because it scares me. And I feel like the movie theater is safe. Like our little thing that swipes is kind of behind like a locked gate. I don't think our stuff could get compromised. But if they're using their cards at the movie theater, I'm worried that they're using it somewhere where those cards could be compromised. And I don't like that. So I just choose to be creepy at work and tell people not to pay with their EDD card. What is wrong with me? I don't know. But I'm looking out for people. At least I'm trying to. Okay. Okay, Katie is saying, is vetted based on our original claim since many of us didn't qualify for a new claim? Yes, I believe so, but I need more details. Like I know last year, when they were doing FedEd, your claim needed to have started after March of 2019. So there may be some dates and things that I need to look at. It's a little bit early to be seriously thinking about FedEd, I think, because we still also don't know our unemployment rate and what it's going to be. Okay. James said, should I just keep calling for my money or what should I do? It depends on the exact situation. Let me read up. The EDD has not paid you for 4 weeks. Every time I call, the reps keep telling me to wait for 7 days. When those 7 days come around, no payments have been made to my account. Yes, James, I would keep calling. I hate to say that. I know calling is a pain, but I would. Next time a rep tells you that, say, I'm so sorry. I've been told that 4 times now. Is there any way I could speak to a tier 2 rep? And then see what happens. Yeah. Oh, Alfrezen, do I know you? You're like, you creepy at work? Never. I'm totally creepy at work. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm professional, but also maybe creepy. Unintentionally. Okay. I would call. So I would call until you get a rep that can help you with your claim and get you paid. All right. Mellow. Literally last one. It's got to be the last one. If I couldn't work because I'm sick, does the EDD still pay, or do I need to have at least a few hours every week to get paid? If you can't work because you're sick, the EDD is not going to pay you, because in order to get unemployment benefits, you have to be able and willing to accept work. And if you're sick, you're not, and you couldn't work, you're not going to be able and available to accept work. So that will flag your claim. I'm not saying not to be honest, but I'm saying if you put that you were too sick to work, it's going to flag your claim and it's going to cause problems, and you probably will not get paid for that week. They're going to try and say, oh, if you were too sick to work, you should be getting disability and not unemployment benefits. Oh my goodness, Katie. I got to your question though, right? Yes. Okay, I did. I'm so sorry. Guys, I skipped around and I do have to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that pretty soon all of you get out of the cycle of being stuck on pending, and I'll see you next time.